If you're thinking about selling your house in Pennsylvania, chances are I think you want to get the most money for it. So this video is designed to help you get the most money for your house, and we're going to talk about the 3 key areas that you need to focus on to get the highest price, the most money at the closing table for your property. I'm Rob Lawrence with VRA Realty. I'm based out of Westchester, Pennsylvania. I've sold over 150 houses in the Philadelphia suburbs. I'm also a real estate investor, so I think about getting the best return on my investment, and I look at my clients' money the same way I look at my money and try to get them the highest return. I am not holding anything back on this video. This is exactly what I do to get record prices for people. Let's get into it. The first pillar of getting the most money for your house is preparation. The number one thing around preparing the house for sale is cleanliness. So getting your house deep cleaned is a no-brainer. And if you can do a deep clean on your own and you're like a professional level cleaner, that's great. But if it's not your bag of tea, if it's not your bag of tea, then hey, hire someone to do it. They'll do a great job, and they do a way better job than I would do, I'll tell you that much. Having a clean house is going to create a great feeling for someone who's coming into your house and experiencing it for the first time. One of the number one things to worry about is clutter. So if you have furniture that's blocking a walkway, for example, or there's too much furniture in a room that it feels too small, that's something you definitely want to take a look at and see if you can reduce that. I always talk to people and say, hey, if you want to stage a room, think about the room started empty. You put a bed in it, you put a nightstand. Do you understand what this room is for and what it's about? And can the buyer understand and picture their bed there and their furniture and feel like the room is spacious? One of the other key things is depersonalization of the property. So when you're preparing it for sale, you want to take down those family photos, because when they see your family lives there, and it makes it harder for them to think about their family living there. It kind of creates this conflict in their minds. Even though you have a beautiful family, great pictures, all that good stuff, it just disrupts the buyer's thought process. One of the other key things is a handyman is worth his weight in gold if you've got a good one. And I'm just talking about caulking seams, touching up paint, doing those little things that just make the house feel clean, together, just like crisp product. It just gives people a feeling that the house is well cared for. I got a whole video on preparation that's pretty extensive, but that's the basics, and you want to just look at your return on investment. Hey, I'm going to invest $1,000 in this cleaning. That's going to return me $10,000 on my sales price. When I visit my clients, I go through the preparation steps with them. I'm seeing their house with fresh eyes for the first time. I see a lot of houses. Sometimes people think they need to do something, and I'm like, no one's even going to notice that. You don't need to worry about that. I wouldn't have noticed it in a million years if you didn't tell me. It can be great to have a fresh set of eyes. If you need me to come through and you're in the Philadelphia suburbs, just give me a call. I'm happy to come visit. So pillar number 2 is marketing. Step 1 is getting a marketing plan. It's kind of funny because a lot of people don't even make a marketing plan. They just decide, okay, take some pictures with my cell phone and put them on the MLS and we'll see what happens. But that's a terrible plan, because failing to plan is planning to fail. With my marketing plan, first it's going to start with the preparation has set the stage for great pictures and video. You're going to hire a professional photographer. Let me stress that. Why? Because you're making your first impression online with people looking at these photos. That is the first impression they're going to make, and they're going to form an opinion, and then they're going to use that impression to decide whether or not they're going to go see the house. Professional photos are a no-brainer, huge return on investment, absolutely. And then video as well can be a great resource for people to better understand your property. And again, I love to get on camera, talk about the features of the house, to really point out some things that may not come across without being explained to somebody. Now, the marketing plan starts with the photos and videos. Now you've got those marketing assets, and it's a question of what are you going to do with them? I lay out usually a coming soon period that is about 1 week long, which means the property is being marketed, but you can't visit it yet. This creates kind of a little bit of tension, right? Like, I want to go see it, but I can't. Oh, I need to set that up, right? But it's also setting the stage, because it gives people some time to make a plan to come see your house. If it just drops and they didn't make a plan, then less people are going to come see it. Now, part of that coming soon period is going to be in the MLS, which is what houses all the database for all the houses that you see on Zillow and Realtor and all those other websites. That is one part of it, but then the other part is getting that onto Facebook and Instagram and running ads. Now, you have to have a professional account to run ads, but your realtor should have one, and should know how to run ads at this point in our society. You're gonna make a good impression with great photos and video, and then the ad is gonna help you make that impression with as many people as possible. My goal is usually to get at least 10,000 people to see these ads in one way, shape, or form. Another important ad to run is the open house ad. So you've got the coming soon period for 1 week. You're gonna hit on a Thursday. People are gonna come through over the weekend. On Sunday, maybe Saturday, you're gonna have an open house, 1 to 3. That's gonna allow people whose realtor's out of town for the weekend to come through, or maybe people that are just starting their process to come through. But again, gain the most exposure possible. So our goal is to lower the barriers for everyone to come through. Now, a lot of times I'll say to my clients, hey, if we've done a proper job of pricing this property and marketing this property, we're gonna have a lot of people coming through that opening weekend. You might wanna go to your shore house or take a vacation. It can be a lot. And one of the things too is that coming soon period, you're gonna see how many showings are getting booked. That's gonna give you a lot of feedback on how you priced the house, how you prepared the house, and how the house is gonna perform. So that's a key part of the process, the coming soon period and the timing of your listing on a Thursday, for people to come through Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then creating some urgency that, hey, we're gonna be reviewing offers on Tuesday, so don't sit on your hands and not make an offer. All right, so pillar number 3 is negotiation. And this is often overlooked, believe it or not. We've done our preparation, we've done our marketing, we've brought the most people through, we're getting bids in for the property. We've priced it right, people are excited about the house, they've pictured themselves in it, they've made the best offer that they think they wanna make at this time, and the offers are collected. We're still in a very tight inventory market. Even with interest rates high, there's still a lot of opportunities for multiple bids. I see it on almost every house I sell. I just sold a house, we got $88,000 above the asking price, and that was because, again, we did the other things right. The seller was a great partner there, by the way, and they really did everything right to get the house prepared, marketed, etc. And they beat the comps in their neighborhood by $88,000. The offers that came in at first were $725 and $730. If I didn't go back and negotiate that, I would have left so much money on the table for my sellers. Now, there would end up maybe being 5, 6 offers on that property, but the thing that I like to do is go back and say, hey, listen, I want to make sure I got your best and final offer. I don't like these terms about your offer. These terms are going to cause you to lose. That might be price, that might be inspections, that might be the timing of your closing, that might be a number of things, right? There's a lot of terms in the contract. And it's my job as a realtor to understand those terms for my seller and make sure I'm getting them the best overall deal. But it's also sometimes my job to educate the buyer's agent on where they're falling a little bit short. Maybe their deposit is just too light and I need that to go from $5,000 to $20,000 to make my seller feel comfortable. But if I never go back to them and say something, I'm really leaving a lot of money on the table for the seller. So we've gone through the 3 pillars of getting the most for your house. I am very excited for you because I know that watching this video is going to make a great impact and hopefully put money in your pocket. I'm Rob Lawrence of VRA Realty. If you would like me to help you sell your house in the Philadelphia suburbs, please reach out to me. Do not be shy. I'm so happy to help you. My information is down below and we'll talk soon.